Hey y'all, hey, this is Coffee with Friends, and I am raw to the bone. Happy Monday, y'all. Come on in, come on in. Let's see what the positive read is for the day, and let's see what's on my mind. What's on your mind? Happy Monday. If you see me and I'm about to see you, then we've been blessed with another day. And that's what we're going to go with, right? I'm going to send you off. I'm going to bring you in, not send you off, bring you in with some good vibes of the morning because you know what I say, it's going to be a what?
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up. Today's gonna be a good day. Set your affirmations, aspirations. I got shit to do. The aftermath of preparation. Good food, good mood, blood in circulation. One step at a time, yeah, that's how you make it. Set a goal you control and the steps you take them. I try to pick one thought, have some concentration. And if I make a mistake, it's called education. I try to do this every day, call it replication. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Life ain't easy, yo. I think there's a reason, though. Ups and downs, just like every different season, yo. Sometimes I'm high, other times I'm barely breathing, yo. But you always gotta fight and hide from the demons, yo. Negative thoughts will poison your ride. Head full of flaws, so here come the flaws. They'll never stop unless I can swap all the bad for the good in my head when I'm lost. Yeah. So I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive vibes so overtaken. I got patience, one day at a time. That's how you operate in cadence. So flow, you grow, you show yourself the foundation. Stay away from all the shit that causes temptation. I know that I like to do it cause it's sensation. I live my life in my head like a narration. Don't expect greatness, do my best, man, I'll take it. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Good morning, Deb. Today's gonna be a good day. Hey. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Woo! Good morning, good morning, good morning, Deb. What a fucking weekend, y'all. What a hell of a weekend. Some of y'all are crazy out there, all right? And you know, I love y'all because even friends get on social media and debate shit and check each other. And it's amazing when I see people being able to go on and check each other and have healthy debates and not be upset about them. But woo wee, this whole Kamala running for president is showing people's real colors, right? Irregardless whether we like the woman for who she is. I just want to talk about, when more people get on the show, I just want to talk about some things. I want to unpack certain things about what's being said. And it's so unfortunate because as a Black community and Black population of people, we have been fighting for equal rights, right? And fair treatment for so long. And to see our own people, our own population simply bash a woman for running for president, not just for who she is, right? As a person and her character. Good morning, Hillbilly. Not just based on the person she is. Some people are breaking down reasons why they don't like Kamala, and I understand that, right? But other people are just focusing on the fact that she's a woman. And when I hear a Black man talk about a woman can't lead because women are too emotional, have to scratch my fucking head because I'm like, hold up. Our own black people are saying a black woman should not run, or a woman in general should not run because of their emotions. I'm disappointed in us. And I'm going to get more into that after I read the positive thought, right? I'm going to get into that after I read the positive thought because I have some pointers on that. Women in leadership, right? I'm starting to see how men feel about women in leadership, right? And it's disappointing. But, right, Debbie, this is why I have to get into this topic after I read the positive thoughts, because I am whole scratching my whole ass because I want to break this down for a couple of folk in here today. I want to break this down because I'm thoroughly confused at how a population of our black men, I'm not going to talk about any other culture and how they feel, because I'm talking strictly about how our black men feel about a black woman running for president, right? And some of you black men, we're going to get into that, all right? But we are in the month of July, and it's the month of understanding. There's two things I want to talk about after I read the positive vibes. I'm going to get into how I feel about what men are saying about a woman running for president. Okay, put Kamala and who she is to the side. Forget the fact that she was a prosecutor, right? We're going to forget all of that for a minute, right? Because I just got to get into it. I got to get into it. And I need more people to join. Get your friends on the phone. Tell them to join this live because my tongue is green. I don't know why. I brushed my tongue, but it won't come off. What the fuck did I eat that was green? Oh, it's the blue icy I ate last night. I brushed my tongue, but it didn't come off. It's that fucking blue Italian icy. Come on in, y'all, because call your friends, call your neighbors, because I got some things to get off my chest, right? Oh, God, I'm so glad you are here, Nakia, because after I read the positive thought for the day, I'm going to get into how our black population, right? I can't talk about any other population right now because I belong to the black community. And I want to talk about how a lot of these black men are standing up saying a woman can't lead the country because we are too emotional. I'm going to get into that because y'all make my whole fucking ass itch and my fucking head itch, okay? Because I'm going to break some things down for y'all. But let me get into the positive read first. And then I'm going to get into breaking down how I feel about how some of you men are thinking about us women as being leaders. It is ultimately fucking shocking and unbelievable the way y'all are thinking. It's almost like y'all heads are buried so far up your ass that y'all don't even see through the shit y'all are saying. But we're going to start off with the positive read first, all right? Good morning, Val. That's right. Come in, take a seat, because ain't nobody leaving this morning. We got a conversation to be fucking had. So come on in, call your friends, call your neighbors, call your coworkers, whoever the fuck you want to hear what the hell I got to say. Call them up and tell them to get on here. Debbie said, this is insane. I'm so disappointed in the number of black men that are critical of her. I'm so exhausted with how divisive we are these days. It's some men acting like they hate us. Oh, there was an article that came out a long time ago that said, you know, black men don't really like black women, right? But I don't have the details and the substance of that article right now, so I can't get into it. But I feel the same way, Debbie. I'm like, wait a minute, you don't like us? But I'm going to get into that. But I got to read the positive thought because we got to set the tone in here, okay? And we are in July. the month of understanding. We are almost out of July, okay? And I'm about to get into planning mode for Friendsgiving, which is in November. I know we're not ready to talk about Thanksgiving yet because it's still summertime, but August is my month to start spinning the wheels and start getting it ramping up and getting prepared for what we got coming in November, Friendsgiving. My mind is running. I have all the things in my mind that I have planned for Friendsgiving. I just need to write them down and get some organization and structure around them. It is coming and it's coming fast. But let's get into what today says, right? Today, July 29th, we're talking about hiding your feelings, all right? Hiding your feelings. We got to get this positive thought out before I get into how I feel about these Black men against the woman running for president of the United States. Let me read this first. July 29th. I will gain more understanding when I realize trying to hide what I feel does not work. They talking to me. I have navigated a majority of my life hiding my feelings and emotions because I didn't think anybody cared, right? Growing up when I was young, I used to express how I felt about various situations in my life, right? And I felt like people just coddled me or just patted me on the back and was like, oh, you shouldn't feel that way. It'll be all right. I never felt like anybody was really listening to how I felt. So I went into this mode of hiding my feelings and just navigating through life, burying my feelings. But this says, I will gain more understanding when I realize trying to hide what I feel does not work. And it doesn't, because my experience has been, when I hide my feelings, it's like a buildup. And then I start to become resentment. And then it affects my relationships in my life because I feel like I'm not seen, I'm not heard, right? People are just moving around me based on what they think I feel, right? Hiding your feelings does not work. An unexpressed feeling is like a rubber band being stretched to its limit. The longer you hold on to the feelings, the more the tension grows. Eventually, something has to give or the rubber band is going to snap. When that happens, someone is going to get hurt. You ever exploded on someone because they said something, just one little thing, and it triggered you and you exploded because you realized that it was like the cherry on top of all the things that you've been keeping inside? That's that rubber band being stretched too far. Eventually it snaps. Resentment starts to set in, right? Aggressive behavior starts to set in. Anger starts to set in. I know, I've been there. More often than not, the reason you do not express your true feelings is because you believe what you feel is wrong. You may remember the last time you felt this way about something or someone. When you shared what you felt, it was rejected or challenged. How often have you shared something that you felt? Good morning, Pat. How often was it or is it that you find yourself expressing your feelings and people listening, but they reject it or challenge how you feel? That memory is now hovering right below the surface of what you feel, and you are not about to run the risk of making someone else angry. So we retreat into our own feelings because we don't want to make the next person angry. So we swallow everything that we feel to avoid making the next person angry. Perhaps you are trying to protect other people from your feelings. Well, that, Nakia, we know you didn't do that this weekend, but I'm going to continue to read. Fuck. You may believe that they cannot handle your feelings. You don't want to upset or hurt them. Unfortunately, your plan is not working. They are already upset. They are constantly upset with you because somewhere in their being, they knew that there is something you needed to say. Keep this in mind when you are withholding your feelings. You are always having an unconscious relationship with people. Let me stop there for a minute. When you are holding your feelings in because you are afraid to make the next person mad, this says you are having an unconscious relationship with people. You are always having an subconscious relationship with people. This means that they already know the very thing you think they don't know. In fact, they, like you, know that there is a collective healing attached to the expression of feelings. The question is, are you willing to be healed? Good morning, Michael. Good morning. Until today, you may have not understood that harboring thoughts and feelings creates tension in a relationship. You may not have realized that what you feel is important and that expressing it is an important step toward healing yourself and someone else. See, some people take us expressing our feelings or us checking them as a negative thing. But it could be a step towards healing somebody the fuck else. Just for today, ask the Holy Spirit's assistance and guidance in finding the appropriate words and the right opportunity to share your feelings with others. Today, I'm devoted to sharing my feelings in an appropriately healing and loving way. How many people on here find themselves holding in their feelings to avoid angering someone else? And if you are no longer that person, but you used to be that person, share with us what was that bell or that alarm that went off in you that said, no more. I will no longer hold my feelings. See, my last relationship, I've gone through life for many, many years holding my feelings because, again, I didn't think anybody cared, right? Mainly because, like this says, either my feelings was challenged, ignored, or just slapped away. But in my last relationship, I learned that holding in my feelings just causes constant resentment building up inside of me and anger and walls. I start putting up walls around me to protect myself, which makes it difficult to develop new and healthy relationships because I go into new relationships and I'm like, I don't even want to get deep in this relationship or this friendship with this person because I'm not going to be able to honestly express myself. See, I needed to do some work in order to have healthy, authentic friends, right? Build healthy relationships. See, in my relationships with my friends, we are honest with each other. We are. And I posted something the other day that said, a true friendship bounces back from arguments and disagreements, right? If you ever been in a situation where you were in a friendship, right, and you expressed something about how you felt, or you said something that triggered your friend and they got so fucking angry that it ruined the friendship, it was never a friendship. See, I value my friends because I appreciate the fact that the people that I have in my life today, I can express my feelings 1,000% and not feel rejected, not feel challenged. I feel heard. See, I had to do some work, right? I had to do some work to figure out who truly was a good friend versus wasn't. And I jumped on that bandwagon and I learned that shit quick. And today I no longer hold my feelings. I don't. I express my feelings across my friends, family, whatever. And I try to do it with love because I know that the delivery in me isn't always nice. So I'm still a work in progress, but at least I'm more expressive about how I feel, right? Don't hide your feelings, right? In fear that something you're going to say is going to hurt someone else. Just think of the delivery of it. Deliver those true feelings with love. My feelings are mine, only to be shared with who I choose. I get that. I get that. Don't be a hostage to your feelings because, baby, it only brings up resentment. It does. Who has friends or are in relationships where they feel like they can't discuss what they truly feel? And if you are that person in a situation like that, ask yourself, why? Why are you in that type of relationship? Why do you have these type of friends? Check yourself at the door. Okay? That's the message for today. July is the month of understanding, and today's message is do not hide your feelings, baby. All right? Know who your circle is. All right? Be you. But good morning, y'all. Come in the room. This weekend has been interesting because I'm not trying to be funny, but the black men has been showing their ass lately. I'm not saying other cultured men have not been showing their ass. I'm talking about the community and the culture that I'm a part of. Okay? So Miss Kamala, Miss President-elect, is running for president, right? And a lot of people don't agree with the way Kamala moved through her political career and the positions that she has taken as a prosecutor and an attorney general, right? And I understand it. I'm not debating it. I understand it. But the part that gets me is when I see black men, right? Especially during the times when we as a black community are still fighting for equality, right? We are still fighting for equality, and every day as we navigate forward, right, we see that the way the government is structured, we are at risk of losing the civil liberties that we have gained thus far. We're not even done getting our civil liberties, right? We're still fighting and we're already losing them. But what is so sad is when I see black men out there commenting about how a woman should not be president because she's too emotional. She cannot lead a country. A woman should not be placed in this level of position. I fucking scratched my ass so hard over the last couple of days because I said to myself, damn. These black men really feel like this? They really feel like a woman can't run the country because she's too emotional, should not have this type of leadership power because she isn't going to know what to do with it. Also, statements like other countries will not respect the United States of America because there is a woman in the seat. And then I think of the men who are saying these type of things. And I look at them and I go, some of these men still live with their mama. Some of these men move in with their girlfriends. Some of these men watch these women in their very own households pay all the bills. Good morning, Ansel. Pay all the bills. Raise their kids by themselves. Right? But yet, these very same men that were raised by single women, okay, or these very same men that still live with their mamas when they're grown and in big old ages because their mamas still take care of them. These same men who allow women to take care of them, provide for them. They use that same mouth to say a woman should not be in a leadership position. When some of these men have been led by women all of their fucking lives. I'm confused. I'm confused. These are the men that say a woman can't lead a country, but when they get into relationships, they want to pay 50% because they want their woman to pay the other 50%. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that this is what a lot of these men expect, right? In all of my experiences with my friends, it was usually my girlfriend's husband who was short on the money every month, right? He was comfortable with coming to her saying, I'm $100 short this month, or I'm this short this month, or I'm that short this month, right? And the woman had to figure out how the fuck the bills were going to get paid. True stories. Okay? Women holding down the households for a lot of these men. And yet these same men that only had women in their lives that have raised them, okay, provided for them, not only raised them, but raises their kids too. Not mine, I raised my own. As a single mother, I raised mine, okay? Never once going back home to my mama's house. I've been out of my mama's house from the age of 16. Right? I've been out of my mama's house since the age of 16. Let me think about the men that I had. My baby daddy. I can't really count him because we were young, right? The man after that, I took him from his mama house. That was my husband, my ex-husband. He was living at his mama house, but in all fairness, I was living with my grandmother at the time because at 19 years old, I was almost homeless, and my grandmother took me in for about 2 years, and I got the fuck back out of her house. Okay? I took him out his mama house. My ex after that took him out his mama house. The guy after that, he was almost being evicted from his apartment. I wasn't though. Okay? And in all of those relationships, I still had to stand up and run my household. Right? Right, Ansel. Ansel said no one that grew up in a single parent household should say that being in a relationship. But baby, that's the thing, Ansel. So many of these men that are making these comments, I know them personally, right? And I scratch my head because I'm like, who the fuck are you? You still rely on women. How many women are CEOs and running businesses, companies? I'm real disappointed in the position that a lot of these black men are taking, right? There was a post going around. The black, to me, I can only talk about the black community, right? Because this is where I am. But there was a post, and it continues to baffle me because, in one sense, men want to stand up and say a woman shouldn't lead the country. But there was a post in this group on Facebook, 50 year and older. It's a group called 50 and older. And someone asked the question, if a man is 50 plus, now I know I talked about this on my show, but this literally was a post on Facebook, and I screen shared it with Debbie and Fancy and them. And I said, look at this fucking post. The question was, a man that's 50 plus living with his mama or his family members, should he be dating? Should he be dating? That's what it said, right? I gotta pull up the screenshot because I need to make sure I tell you what he said to me. Y'all got too many screenshots in my phone because baby, I don't know where I screenshotted at right now, but let me see. I don't know, because y'all were busy on the phone, but y'all look at the gist, okay? I'm disappointed in men too. Men cannot stand to see a woman with that kind of authority. Is it intimidation, you think, Valerie? Because what the fuck? All these men got something negative to say. So there was a post, and the question was, if you are 50 plus, living with your mama, a man, 50 plus, living with your mama or your family members, should you date? That was the question. Should you date? And I simply went in and gave my opinion. I said, he need not be dating. That's all I said. He need not be dating. Baby, you would have thought I stabbed somebody's mama. All I said was he need not be dating. That is my opinion. This man jumped out all over my post and lit me up. He said, why do you feel that they shouldn't be dating? You are forever going to be alone. You're never going to be in a healthy relationship. This is what this man who don't know me from a hole in the wall responded to my comment. I must have hit every fucking button he had. He was like, you're not going to be in a healthy relationship. You're forever going to be alone with this way of thinking. I had to read that a couple of times and I was like, hold up. He was like, my way of thinking is antiquated, is old. And that's why I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. Now, mind you, in my response after that, I said, the only way that would be acceptable is if he is a caretaker for his parents and his parents are ill. But if his parents are healthy, why the fuck are you there? Right? If I'm out here, see, this is the thing I don't understand. A bunch of men are making excuses for to live at home with their mamas. That's what they're fucking doing. But then they want to move into all these women's apartments. These women out here got their own shit. Okay? But these men will make every excuse for living with their mother. This man came at me hard and I said, sir, okay, if I'm out here paying my bills, okay, running my motherfucking house, why the fuck would I take you out your mama house at 50 plus when I don't see any evidence that you could stand on your own, you could provide on your own? See, the difference is you at your mama house. So that week when you broke and you rubbing your two little copper pennies together and you don't know what the fuck dinner is going to be, you ain't got to worry about that because your mama is going to make sure dinner is cooked and food is on the table. But see, when you live in your own shit and you got to figure that out, how do you move? I can't tell if you living with your mama. I don't know how you can provide for me when I haven't seen you provide. At a big old age of 50 plus, you expect me to have faith and trust in a man that's living in his mother's house who's going to make sure the mortgage is paid, who's going to make sure the light is paid, okay, who's going to make sure food is on the motherfucking table. Because when my son lived with me, up until he was about 31, because I couldn't do no more than that, I made sure he ate. As long as he had a key to get in the door, he knew there was lights on in here. There was food in here. See, a man needs to show me that he can stand on his own and he can provide. I can't see that if you living with your mama. That's my opinion. And this man got all bent up in shape and told me that I'm going to be by myself for the rest of my life. And I said, sir. See, the people that's in my life, they got their own place. They pay their own bills. And I pay my own bills, right? But this man assumed that I would be single because my thoughts are antiquated. This is the way these black men are thinking. It's okay to live with your mama at your big old right fucking ages. It's okay for a woman to provide for you, take care of you, make sure your life is on track, make sure you got money in your pocket and everything the fuck else. But when it comes to a woman taking a leadership position, you go, no. What in the fuck? Somebody help me understand, because I'm completely the fuck lost. I haven't put the guest link up there in a long time, but I'm going to throw it up there in case anybody want to come on, because I'm really lost and I'm really disappointed in the way these black men are thinking. And the ones that be making comments, I really be scratching my head, because I be like, yo, what? Good morning, mother. Pat said, let me put this up there, because Pat, baby, let me tell you something. Now, I done told y'all this story before. Now, my ex, the last one that I broke up with, right? He used to be like, women need to do this and women need to do that, and the men are the leaders and the men are the head of the household. I was like, nigga, look what Pat said. Pat said, presently, black women are the most educated group in this country. Baby, I had a whole nigga in here that didn't even have a GED trying to tell me a place of a woman. You didn't even read your way past the 12th grade. See, this is the fucking funky ass men that we got out here not respecting the hard work that these black women have been putting in. It's very disappointing. And to see that our black men still don't support us. What makes y'all any different from the white man that don't support the black community at all? Not all white men, but y'all get the point. What makes you different than the racism that the black community has to deal with every day? Then on top of that, within the black community, we got to deal with our men not liking us, not pushing us, telling us that we are not good leaders because we're emotional. I don't understand. As a single mother with a child that was in jail that I went to see every fucking weekend, I still finished my master's. But yet I got a motherfucker telling me that women don't belong here and there and the fucking other way, and you couldn't get through the 12th grade. Black men, get it together. Get it the fuck together. How many, and I know I'm going to hurt some feelings this morning, but listen, the truth is the motherfucking truth. It's very real. Out of all my friends and the people that I know, and the people that I know, right? The women in my circle, the people that I know, true story, the women in my circle make way more than their partners, the men, financially. They're in better positions in their jobs than their male partners. But yet, these black men continue to put the black woman down. So who's uplifting the Black woman? If we don't expect the white community to always do it, right? We do expect the Black community to do it. We expect our Black men to do that, but they can't even do that. How are y'all any different than the racism that the Black community suffers today? I'm confused. Okay? I'm confused. Because when I was breaking up from my last relationship, I gave a choice. I said, oh, big man, you can leave. You want me to move? You want a whole apartment? I'll find a new place to live. Ain't no skin off my back. You could keep it. But he didn't. You know why? Because he can't pay for it. But you run your mouth. I'm still fucking here. 4 whole years later. Still here holding this place down. A place you couldn't afford. So what's the real truth, Black men? Do you just not like us Black women for anything other than to be your wives and your girlfriends and your head givers and your reverse cowgirl tricks? Do you really not like Black women? Because, y'all are showing your ugly ass heads. So many men underneath that post, 50 plus, living at home with their mamas, shouldn't date. Half of the men on that post was so fucking mad. They were like, what's wrong with living with your family? Nigga, nothing. Just don't date. What's wrong with living with your family? Some of the things that they were saying was, what about the women? See, they want to be women. What about the women who have a bunch of kids by different baby daddies and they expect a man to come in and take care of them? So you're fighting for women's rights? You're fighting to be treated like the things the women want? What the fuck do y'all want? I'm confused. You want to fight for the things that the women want? Because I'm lost. And to respond to a question of what about the women that have a bunch of babies by different baby daddies? You ain't got to pick her. Right? You don't have to pick her. But so many men made excuses for why nothing is wrong with them being at a big old age. Some of them was like, oh, this is the problem. We got away from families living together. Niggas. I get it. The economy is rough. Times are hard. And families are living together to make things a little easier. But as for me, I need to know my man can hold it down. I ain't taking nobody else from their mama house. And people might look at me and go, oh, that's foul. That's wrong. I need to see a nigga pay his rent, wash his clothes every week, cook for himself, go to work. I need to see him navigate through all of that. How do you navigate through life when times are hard? When you ain't got your mama to make you spaghetti and meatballs that night? How do you manage? Debbie said, I would love to know what we did to these men. It appears that we are hated, and I would love to know why. I'm asking, but not one man on here is telling me why they hate us. Ansel said, I've been in a room where a man in the military said, no women is going to give me orders to do nothing. It didn't turn out well for him. Valerie said, men don't like taking orders from women. Some men cannot do it. I am Jacinta. That was the thing. It was a generic question, right? This man that jumped out the box, it didn't even apply to him. He got all up in arms and gave me his whole life story. I'm 63, I'm retired, I'm this and I'm that. I said, well, nigga, obviously, if it don't apply, fly. But here you are, you fucking landed. Hit dogs holler. Hit dogs holler. It's in the 50 and older group. I am DeCenza. I mean, the key is true. He didn't read his way past the 12th grade, but always has some stupid shit to say. And didn't know the difference between there and there, if y'all know what I mean. THERE and THEIR. You know, you with a motherfucker that don't know the difference between there and there, and you're and you are. You know, the YOU with the apostrophe RE versus YOUR. But niggas always got something smart to say. They big mad, Angel. But why? Why are they big mad? Because women are out here earning. We're surviving. Women have been holding down households from the beginning of time. Answer says, I always have someone test my education gangster. There's always an excuse on you have more options. That's why you did better. Angel said the inconsistency. They won't date a woman if she don't fuck right. If she don't fuck right away, even if he knows he doesn't want her long term. They don't want a woman with a high body count. I'm just saying. First of all, at this big old age, if a man ever has the fucking audacity to ask me how many men I have slept with, he is not the man for me. Don't fucking ask me no questions. I'm 57 years old, bitch. I've been here a while. I don't fucking know. Don't ask me. Okay? Because that's all irrelevant. At this big old age, don't be fucking asking me how long, how many people I done slept with. I've been here a while. Shit. I ain't the fuck counting. Worry about who I'm sleeping with now if I'm only sleeping with you. The fuck? Pat said, we are most envied, yet the most disrespected, unprotected, and held back more than any other group. We are feared and truly feared. But Pat, we know this. But the difference is our own black men are doing it to us too. So where is the safe haven for the black woman? If the black man in the black community is not there to protect the black women ain't got nothing but each other. See, don't talk shit about a black woman can't run a household, but you live with your mama and you want to move in with your girl. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. We haven't talked about one qualifier to be president. Well, I'm not. The topic isn't based on presidency, right? I'm not talking about Kamala specifically. I'm just talking about what is being exposed during the time that Kamala is running for president. I'm not going to speak on her legitimacy. I'm not going to speak on whether she's qualified. I'm not going to speak on any of that. Okay? None of it. I know what she did when she was a prosecutor. I'm not here to speak on none of that. What I'm here to speak on is, why are so many black men against a woman being in a leadership position? They don't know, Nakia. They don't know how to answer that. They don't know. Only thing they're going to say, Nakia said, what would make her unqualified? The only thing they're going to say is she prosecuted a bunch of black folks. That's all they're going to say. But what the point that they're missing is that her job was a prosecutor. The fuck? Like, let me give you an example. If you work for Con Edison, right? And you are sent out on a job and you had to go and turn your lights off, turn people's lights off. You are the technician that shows up to turn these motherfucking lights off, and these motherfuckers cuss the technician out as though it's his decision. No, nigga, I work for the electric company. This is the consequence of you not paying your light bill. So I, as the technician, am only doing my fucking job and turning your lights off. So let's go back to Kamala being a prosecutor. Prosecutors prosecute. That's what the fuck they do. Defense attorneys defend. Prosecutors prosecute. And she did her job as a prosecutor. But the black community is upset because a lot of black people was tied up in that. Is it because a lot of the black people that got caught up in that, were they innocent? Good morning, Ghost. Were they innocent? Because I don't have stats on how many black men she put in jail. Out of that, how many were innocent? I don't have those stats. But people are big mad because as a prosecutor and attorney general, she did her job. Just like you as a Con Edison technician went to turn somebody fucking lights out and got cussed out. You did your job. Okay, so the question is what makes her unqualified, right? Well, Hillbilly is saying she's not qualified, right? So I am DeCinta. I'm fucking dead, yo. You said, can we hear from the men? Do you have anyone in your friend circle like this? Are you the breadwinner? Okay, man. I am DeCinta has a question. How many men in here are the breadwinners in their home? Don't be shy. Listen, y'all got so much to say about women. Stand up and be proud of your situation, irregardless. How many men in here can stand up and raise their hand and say they're the breadwinner in their house? I am DeCinta is asking a question. Hillbilly, I love that. I love that, Hillbilly. But Hillbilly, you know, I respect that. I do. I can't argue with that. Y'all shit, no one is above another. Well, Nakia, that's what I say. I don't think she did anything wrong as a prosecutor, but the black community is up in arms because a bunch of black folks got arrested. But were they guilty? How many were innocent? Does anybody have those stats? How many black men did she lock up that were innocent that they had to release? I need somebody to go find that information for me. Because were they guilty? Do y'all know how many prosecutors and how many of these political figures have thrown motherfuckers in jail? That's what prosecutors do. Hillbilly said feminism. She didn't do anything. Feminism. What do you mean, Hillbilly? Feminism. What about feminism? What are we saying? That makes her unqualified because you feel like she's a feminist? Exactly, Deb. But motherfuckers don't take the approach of equal partnership. Somebody always want to be in control. But don't let it happenstance be the woman who's the breadwinner, right? Because then the man, he going to try to pick on other shit in the relationship. Well, you don't know how to do this and you don't know how to do that. He'll try to tear you down in every other area, right? Because he know that you hold this shit down. He know you the leader of this house. He know you the shits. But he going to try to tear you down in other aspects in your life to try to make you feel less than, only because he already feels less than. That's the reason why, in my opinion, that they tear a woman down. When a black man could tear a black woman down, that ain't got shit to do with that black woman. That got everything to do with how that fucking black man feel about his goddamn self. That's my opinion. Opinions are like assholes. The fuck? Nakia, they better. Do y'all know what recidivism is? Do y'all know what recidivism is? See, yeah. Do y'all know what recidivism is? You know, we talk about prison and people being in prison, right? But we know for a lot of prison facilities, there is no rehabilitation, right? Just being in jail doesn't rehabilitate you. It doesn't show you, it doesn't teach you how to reacclimate yourself back into society, how to live through being denied job entries. It doesn't teach you how to survive after prison life, right? And so what happens is we have a high rate of recidivism. That means that repeated crimes. My brother was a product of recidivism, because when he got arrested, came home, this is on one of the bids, he came home and he was in Virginia. He could not find a job. McDonald's wouldn't even hire him. He was providing paperwork. Every time he applied for something, he provided paperwork. He was asking his parole officer for help. Nobody was helping him find a job. So what the fuck did he do? He went back and started doing some other shit to get in some quick money. Then he ended up back in jail. Recidivism. Because there is no rehabilitation. There is nothing, no re-entry. A lot of re-entry programs are not available to these people. But based on what Nakia is saying is, when Kamala was attorney general or prosecutor, she got recidivism down 10%. You know what that means? That means that there must have been some reentry programs developed. Maybe there was help finding these motherfuckers therapy, jobs, stuff like that, to prevent them from wanting to go back into a life of crime. Religious beliefs separate men and women. Well, this is funny. This is really funny. Religious beliefs separate women and men. I'm trying to think. Are we saying that all the other presidents that we've had didn't have religion? Is that what we're saying? Because I'm confused. Religion has been involved in politics since biblical times. Are we saying that all these other presidents didn't have a religious belief? Or are we only calling it out because Kamala is a woman when we're digging for shit? I'm asking. So Cena said she actually didn't. Turns out it was like 45 people, not hundreds or thousands for weed, like folks did. Exactly. So that's why I'm asking Kia, are we saying that all these other presidents didn't have a religious belief? I don't think we gave a shit. What? I'm confused. Oh, we haven't talked about the qualifiers, right? I will answer. Pat said, fuck it. These black men in here ain't saying shit. Hillbilly holding it down as he always do, right? Pat said, I will answer for the black men. They are deflecting from themselves. Attacking us black women takes the attention away from them. And that part, my ex used to do it all the time. He used to try to put me down because he couldn't pay the rent, because he couldn't travel and I was traveling. And he couldn't do a lot of shit I was doing. So he used to try to make me feel bad by turning my pain into a weapon to try to tear me down emotionally. And it was working. That's why he had to go. Deflecting from themselves, your own shortcomings. So you look at a black woman who is successful, who's already been in leadership positions. And you know what kills me? The black men that got so much shit to say about her haven't even made it to management position at their jobs yet. This is what fucking cracks me up. What do you do, sir, for a living? This woman was a whole prosecutor and an attorney general and a senator. What have you done? You can't even make it out of the lower entry position at your company to get into management, but yet, you want to tear down a woman who is highly educated and has held multiple senior positions. How did y'all think she got there? Okay, send me the video on Statsina. Hey, Ghost, I am now, but I'm the only one outside of my kids I have to worry about these days, and I'm getting my hours. Oh! You know what, Ghost? Wait a minute. I am now. Oh, you the breadwinner. Okay, Ghost, you are the breadwinner because you're the only one outside of your kids you have to worry about these days, and you're getting your hours. Okay. Let's talk about this. What makes you a leader? What makes you a leader? Somebody the fuck tell me what makes you a leader. I'm not saying the breadwinner is the only thing that makes you a leader, right? What makes you the leader? What makes you a leader? What do men feel makes them leaders? Somebody answer it. What makes a man a leader? Come on in the room, y'all. Come on in the fucking room. Ghost said being the breadwinner doesn't make you the leader. What makes you the leader? I do agree that being a breadwinner is not the only attribute that makes you a leader. It does add to it, but there are definitely other attributes that make you a leader. What are they? I'm going to tell you. Okay? For example, in my last relationship, right? In all my relationships in the past, I was the breadwinner, right? I never cared about that. But what I found was some men get comfortable when they know the woman is the breadwinner. It's almost like they start treating them like their mamas. Like I'm the woman and the mommy, right? Because when my ex fell into some financial situations, right? Instead of going to get a second job to get out of the situation, instead of doing things that showed his leadership ability, he just sat there and complained like a little bitch. What the fuck are you complaining about? I'm here, not only the breadwinner with my one job. I'm not counting my two side businesses, okay? Because Coffee with Friends don't make me no money unless I sell a t-shirt, okay? But we're not going to talk about my two side businesses. But when I look at a relationship and there is a man who is struggling financially or is not the breadwinner, but he watches his woman take on 2 and 3 jobs. I'm running 2 businesses on the outside on top of my full-time job. And I got to come home and still cover the shortages financially, still do shit to make sure the house stays afloat while this motherfucker is just complaining, hoping and wishing. No, a leader is actionable items, actionable things. Do something. Don't just sit in comfort while your woman provides as you complain. That's not leadership. That is not leadership. Nakia said, if you do the research, you'll see most of Cali criminals were violent, but that's not who she prosecuted. She created a program for nonviolent drug offenses that put them in school and once graduated, which lends to the 10% recidivism increase, right? Drop. That's rehab. That's rehab. Ansel said, if that black woman lived the house, is his lifestyle going to change? I felt like my ex's lifestyle changed, right? He moved from the Bronx in a building where we were dodging rats in the courtyard when I came to visit. Okay? I remember visiting him one night and I parked my car and I had my full length mink coat on and I went to visit and the rats were screaming around, so I was scared. He had to come outside and get me. I don't live like that. So his lifestyle did change. Right, Cena? Hillbilly said, religion says a woman must be submissive. Past president didn't allow divorce. Women in the workforce, women voting, etc. That's old news, though. Plies the rapper said the country in debt by trillions of dollars in debt. And there was always a man in charge. So, mind you know, a woman can make $1 out of 15 cents. Cena, you better. You better. Plies better come through with a message. It's been men leading this country all this time, and look where the fuck we are. Congratulations, men. Y'all did a fabulous job with this country. Look at it. It's almost a third world. The way the fuck we operate. You go to the grocery store, you can't get no bags. You coming out the grocery store with shit all in your hands. You got to scan your own groceries because the stores don't have people anymore. Like, what the fuck is going on? You men did a great job. Yes, women had to fight to vote. Women had to fight to be in the workplace. And guess what? We're still fighting because our own black men still feel like we're only allowed to go but so far. I see that now. How many women sit in the Senate? How many women are counselors, chair people? Okay, thank you, Cena. I know my cell is popping off. I keep fucking telling people I was not a part of the women's suffrage. Baby, it's almost like LGBTQ, right? The pride, right? The pride organization, the LGBTQ. That whole organization. Y'all think that organization was fighting for black people? No, they were fighting for white gay rights. Black people just happen to benefit. You didn't find it odd when they came out with the LGBTQ flag and it was rainbow colors and y'all thought the rainbow man included everybody. Remember that? But no, new flags are out. They got the brown stripe in there now and the black stripe. You know what that means? They added the black stripe and the brown stripe as if the original rainbow flag didn't already include black and brown people. So when they added that black stripe and that brown stripe, now they're saying they're including black and brown people. A lot of these movements did not include black people. We were not a part of the women's suffrage. Black people just happened to benefit from them. Oh my God. That's why when men be like, y'all fought, I ain't fight for shit. I ain't fight for shit. Right? Black people just happen to benefit from the LGBTQ movement. But when they added that black stripe and that brown stripe, that let y'all know right away, motherfuckers, y'all were never included in the rainbow of colors. Because they just added the black and brown stripe, a couple of years ago? Which means, oh, now y'all are included. Oh, kudos for us. Go says someone who regulates their emotions and making logical decisions, baby. Let's get into it. So a population of guys feel like women are too emotional, but again, a lot of you motherfuckers are living off of a woman. A lot of men are living off of women, live with their mamas, live with their girlfriends, rely on the women to make sure food is on the table and the lights are on in the house. Shit like that. And then y'all turn around and go, a woman can't manage stuff because she's too emotional. Really? Well, how were these women managing that or taking care of y'all asses? Someone who can also listen in order to lead. You think, oh, so Trump listens? Trump ain't listened to a goddamn thing. Someone who can listen. How do you know she can't listen? How do these black men put a whole bucket of women together? Just because your woman at home may not listen to you, don't mean that a woman in a leadership position won't listen. Like, y'all got to separate that shit. Y'all got to come up off that shit. Maybe your woman don't listen to you at home because you're not exuding leadership skills. How I act at home is not how I act at work. You got to give me something to follow. Working with your tribe to grow and progress and not do it on your own. Okay. Pat said, Ghost, please tell me what the breadwinner makes the woman. Nobody answered, right? I know I'm behind in the comments, but motherfuckers, I said, what the fuck makes a person a leader? Ghost said, being the breadwinner does not make you the leader. I'm not saying it does, but somebody in the black skin of a man, tell me what makes a black man a leader? What makes a person a leader? I need to know. Ain't nobody saying shit unless okay, Nakia answered. I said I need a black man to answer. Okay? Because Nakia said breadwinner is someone who is capable of making responsible financial decisions, has the wherewithal to think logically and act responsibly and not based on emotions, but what's in the best interest. Okay, but I asked a black man to explain what a leader is, because it seemed like the women who are so emotional and don't have the ability to lead are answering all my questions. Breadwinner has nothing to do with who makes more money. See, fuck this, because y'all getting on my goddamn... Thank you. And still, a woman said it. Thank you, Nakia. I've been asking the black men to answer, but they're not answering. But here we go. A breadwinner has nothing to do with making more money. It's called financial responsibility. What the fuck is going on with the money? How it's being handled. Are you financially responsible? Or do you blow your money away on useless things, leaving your house second? I asked the black man, but the women are still answering. The women that are too emotional. I can't. That's not true, Ghost. Breadwinner is not just about money. See, that somebody told you wrong. Breadwinner is about the motherfucker who can hold it down financially. You see, you can make less money than me, but you can be better financially than me. Because, baby, I've gone a lifetime living above my means. Ain't no shame in my game. But when a man comes into my life, if he make less money, but he know how to save money, he know how to structurally, financially put us in a position to get the things we need, that's a breadwinner. That's a leader. Someone who realizes that they need to do more, and they don't get comfortable in their one job if they're financially struggling. A person that doesn't watch their woman financially hold down multiple jobs to financially hold the house down while you do nothing. We deal with misspellings, Nakia. We know you can spell. Hillbilly said Hillbilly had the one of the best responses about him and his wife. They are both in it together. Everything is theirs. They manage it together. No one is above no one. And I'm okay with that. That's nice. But I haven't experienced a relationship like that, because every relationship that I've experienced, I've always experienced a man being intimidated and resentment in the air after being with them for years, and they realize that financially I'm still growing. And they sitting there trying to figure out their life, and they take that out on me. Like Pat said, deflecting. Wait. Oh, y'all are going in on. I'm not reading some of these comments. What is going on? Oh. Thank you, Hillbilly, for bringing peace and calm. The fuck? Deb said, I feel like Miss Pat answered the question since none of the men addressed it. We are hated because we are everything. Y'all wish y'all could be. Got it. Ooh. You know, my inbox right now has 30 messages. Fuck y'all niggas, okay? My inbox is going the fuck off. I don't know who's texting or who's saying what, but my inbox is on fire, y'all. Ghost, you leaving? You don't want to argue no more? That's why men don't want a woman as president. Why? I still don't know why. Nakia said, trust and believe. I didn't attack the person. I said he is not capable of that type of intellectual conversation with me. That's not an attack on the person. That's a fact based on knowledge. Deb said, but here is what I will say to that. Men need to take more initiative. Stop making excuses and go get it. Be relentless with whatever you want. Just like y'all chase women, chase your dreams and goals, baby. That's a whole fucking message that's going to sweep right through their heads, some of these men's heads. Right? Some of these men's heads. And you know what's so crazy? At my job as a woman, I see the difference in how they treat men and women. When I talk to my boss, like I work around a bunch of men. A majority of the people I work with are men. These motherfuckers go off, be yelling and screaming and be all aggressive and shit. Nobody say nothing to them. As soon as my voice raises a little bit or I'm stern in what I say, I'm told, calm down. Don't be defensive. And right away I say, what did I say or do to make you feel like I was I need to be defensive. I'm speaking just like everybody else speak, but what I feel like, see, men in the back of their minds feel like women should have a low voice. So as soon as we come up and we respond on the same level as some of these men, they be like, y'all are too emotional, y'all are too angry, you're defensive. That's what you see, because in the back of your mind, you don't feel that women have a voice that should be as loud as y'all's. I make sure they understand that at my job. What makes you think I'm being defensive? Because I'm not. I'm speaking like everybody the fuck else here. In the words of Kay Harris, Mr. VP, aka Spence, I'm speaking clearly that men wasn't listening. Stop that, she can't listen. Aggressive, angry, emotional are all words men use as a smokescreen to quiet the women. It happens in the workplace every day. And as soon as it happens to me, I raise my eyebrow and I speak on it, because I am one of the few Black women in the organization at my level. I speak on that shit. Don't call me emotional and aggressive. I'm speaking just like every other man here. And just because I'm a woman, you expect my voice to be low. No. Nobody says stupid on here. I didn't see anybody call him stupid. If that's how it was interpreted, I didn't take it that way. Pat said, Ghost, a man making less money yet has a goal and a vision. Break it down, Pat, because I think the men are not listening. See, they keep saying women don't listen, but the men don't listen. But you know why? It's only they're not listening because it's coming from a woman. You see what I mean? They don't want to listen to what a woman has to say. Ghost, a man making less money, yet has a goal and a vision. That's a leader and someone we can work with. There are some successful men admit that behind them is their woman, so there is hope. And that's the answer. And it's unfortunate that the Black women answered a question that I asked the Black man. It makes me laugh. It does. The excuses we get from the Black men, they're baffling, right? There's an argument that a woman is too emotional to run the country. But yet in a post in the group, 50 and older, I was told I'm going to be alone forever and never have a happy relationship because I don't want to accept a man who is in his 50s that live with his mama. Make it fucking make sense. You want to live with your mama in your 50s, right? Or live with some girl without ever having your own shit or having your own shit, right? And being responsible for 100% of your bills. Instead of doing that, you want to make it all right for you and your big old ass age to live under the roof of your mama. But yet in the second voice, you want to say a woman should not be responsible for a country because she's too emotional. But she's not so emotional that you don't live off of her money and the roof over her head and watch her grind as you sit and complain. It's baffling. We got to do better. We got to do fucking better because this is utterly ridiculous. And hopefully y'all got a message today because we got to do better. It is so fucking sad that the Black culture cannot come together and support each other, no matter what it is. Between people mocking Biden of his old age, and how many people got parents on here that got dementia, Alzheimer's, Shit that comes with getting older. The way we attack motherfuckers for being old, right down to the fact that there's a population of men in our own community that feel that a woman can't lead, but there's a population of men that are still following underneath their mommies at this big ass age. And they'll argue and say, I'm not following after my mama, I just stay there. Why you stay there? Why? Because you can't get your own place, you can't pass a credit check, you can't afford the rent. What's the problem? It is embarrassing, Val. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing the way the Black community is acting right now. It's fucking embarrassing. And that's my 2 cents. The fuck? I know it sounds like a lot more than 2 cents, but that's it. It's fucking embarrassing. And we need to do better. We need to do fucking better. Y'all would rather, based on the comments, because y'all hate Black women so much, that y'all would rather have a white man that's telling y'all he gonna give police free reign. Who you think that's gonna affect? This poor woman, Massey, just got shot down in her kitchen over some boiling water. Who the fuck you think that's gonna impact if the police got free reign and they could do what the fuck they want? Who you think that's gonna impact? Remember the white guy that shot up the church? They took his ass to Burger King or McDonald's and fed his ass before they took him to jail. Most Black men can't even get to the police car because they done choked his ass or beat his ass the fuck down or shot him. Who you think is going to be affected? But y'all hate Black women so much that y'all would rather have him in the seat than to have her, because she arrested some of y'all Black motherfuckers that probably did the crime. She was doing her job as a prosecutor. Now, I'm not saying I agree with all of her positions, but I know for damn sure, if I ain't got nothing nice to say, I'm going to keep it to my fucking self, because the one thing I do try to do is try to support the Black community. But they already going to show their ass the same way y'all, a bunch of population of people showed their ass when Obama was in there. Meanwhile, we have had white male presidents from the beginning of time, and look at the fucking country. Look at the country. Look at the fucking country. They know, mother, they know about Project 2025, but see, people would rather all of our civil rights taken back before they put a woman in office because they think she's too emotional. They're not really talking about her qualifications. They're just saying she's too emotional. She's a Black woman. She's qualified though. Most of the Black men that are talking, y'all ever finished all them degrees? Y'all ever been a prosecutor? Y'all ever been an attorney general? Have you ever been a senator? What do you do at work? But so quick to say she's not qualified. What makes Trump qualified with all his failed businesses? What makes him qualified? What made Biden qualified? What made any of these people qualified? Exactly, Pat. These motherfucking men that hate Black women so bad would rather a civil war. That's what they want. The Black men are finally supporting Harris. Have you been in the loop with all the calls Black women, men, Hispanic, and today white dudes have to call to support her? Well, that's good. I'm talking about the Black people that I be having in my ear. I'm glad to see it. But there's a lot of black men that got something negative to say. Shut up. I don't understand what made all these other white men qualified. Exactly, mother. They want to bring Jim Crow back. They want to do all this shit. But y'all don't care. I digress. I'm just saying. Sad state of affairs. That's it and that's all. But happy fucking Monday. You know, we are in trouble. If that man get into office, we will be affected. Our kids and their kids. Absolutely. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Anyway, y'all, happy fucking Monday. I had to get that off my chest because y'all be making me itch everywhere. Cause the fuck. I'm just gonna end my show like this. Cause, you know, we really are in a sad state of affairs. We really, really are. And for the population of people that are out there saying, we don't like Trump and we don't like Kamala and y'all are stupid for voting, what the fuck does that mean? You know, for the population of people that say, I'm just not going to vote for anybody, kudos to you. That's a Trump vote. That's a Trump vote. See, there's a population of people that would rather not vote, that will give Trump the vote because they don't want to vote for Kamala. And I know that people are like, there's a third party vote, not in everybody's state. You got to be on the fucking ballot paper for somebody to hit the button. So all the third party people are not on everybody's ballot. A Trump for vote. I mean, a vote for Trump. I love hearing that, Cena. I love hearing that. And hopefully for our Black men that are not in the limelight, that are not the ones on the radio and on the TVs, you know, being highlighted, kudos to y'all for supporting a Black woman. I'm not saying, I know these elections are hard. They are. And I'm not saying to vote for Kamala or vote for Trump. I'm just saying, look at what y'all are fucking saying. Population of Black men are no different than the racism that the Black community deals with every day. Right? A population of Black men would rather side with the white community of racism before putting a Black woman in office. That's sad. That says a lot about who we are. Mandatory draft. Who you think going first? They already passed the bill that automatically when you're 18, you automatically get registered for the service. Remember you had to go to the post office and fill out the paperwork when your child turned 18, they had to go to the post office or they did it through school. Well, now they automatically register you. You're right. Who you think is going to go first? You Black boys. Anyway, y'all, today is July 29th and we started out with the positive read that says, do not hide your feelings. All right. If you are in situations where you are hiding your feelings to avoid hurting someone else, eventually hiding those feelings will hurt you and the other person, right? Because 9 times out of 10, people know when you're holding stuff in, and you holding stuff in will build up resentment, right? Learn how to be able to express yourself. And if you find that you're expressing yourself and a population of people in your circle are getting angry and friendships are breaking because you are being honest, then y'all were never friends in the first place. I don't want any friends I can't be honest with and who can't be honest with me. Even when it hurts, tell me, because that's love. So that was the message for today. And then the second topic was, you know, the level of support we get in the Black community, right? And during these times, baby, we so need to be able to support each other. These are real wicked times. And with that, I'm going to send y'all off with some vibes because you know what I say, even when you feel low, you can still go come back tomorrow, y'all. All right. Come back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm bringing to the table tomorrow, but I needed to bring this to the table today. And I know it got some people upset, and I'm sorry about that. But sometimes our topics will get people upset because some of us are passionate about some things, but it's never personal. So don't take it personal when we are on here having a debate. Healthy debates are good. But when people get angry and it starts to fuel anger and go back and forth, maybe you need to check yourself. Because if you can't have a healthy debate without getting angry, something is wrong. Wait, Cedar said, men don't want to be led by a woman, but they leave with a woman who takes care of the house. And with that, I'm just going to hit the button on the music, because even when you feel low, you can still what?
Even when you feel low, you can still
Fuck
go.
this.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Huh?
Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still
And I don't. This is Coffee with Friends, and I am Raw to Debo. Come back tomorrow, y'all. All right? Peace and love. Huh?
go.
Hustle hard.
Hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave.
Huh?
To the system, I don't wanna be a slave.
I've been doing shit my way on the highway.
And in the driveway, it's a nice
Ah.
way. Cause I'm down through the climb, I invite
What?
You never hear me, bitch, nah, I won't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain
Anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredients. Hey.
Never see with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go.
Thank you, Kat.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go.
Huh?
Even when there's no hope, you can still go.
I never answer to no man, I still go. Peace, y'all. And